Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today
Oh! Hey, I kept the helmet.
We are falling, the light is calling, tears inside me, coming down.
Hello everybody, Sam here, and I am going to be starting a new series on this channel where instead of just drawing, I will be using my drawings to aid in a game review, because I have decided to stop being original, and I will now sell my soul to the corporate entity and become one with the money. Anyway, I still love Sonic the Hedgehog, evidenced by the fact that he was in the intro, and I have Shadow's gloves on my hands, but you can tell by the background and by other clips in the intro, I've been afflicted by a new hyperfixation, Devil May Cry. When it comes to the adventures of Wacky Woohoo Pizza Cowboy, I am a sucker for every single one. Yeah, that's right, all of them. Even the ones no one likes. The first game was revolutionary for the time, but is still from 2001. Wow, I'm so freaking entertained right now. The second game is actually based, and the Biden administration is covering it up. And the third, fourth, and fifth are all top-notch gaming experiences. But for this retrospective series, I want to go in timeline order because I'm autistic, so we'll start with DMC3. Now, before we begin the story of Devil May Cry 3, I think I should give some relevant background information to people who aren't familiar with the Devil May Cry series. So, there was a demon named Mundus, and he was basically Satan, and he wanted to conquer the entirety of mankind, all of the humans. But one of his generals, named Sparta, had decided to side with the humans and didn't like that. So he used his sword, the Yamata, well, one of his swords, to banish Mundus to the demon world. And then Sparta went on to go to the human world and have two kids, Dante and Virgil, and settle down with his wife. And he and his wife both died. The point is that Dante grows up to use his demonic power to hunt other demons and keep people safe. And this is what eventually leads to Dante becoming the gunslinging, sword-swinging, pizza-eating goth cowboy that we know him as today. Now, on to the story of DMC3. Disclaimer, the following gameplay footage that you will be seeing is not mine. Because I have no way of recording my own gameplay footage, it will all be from an external source. That said, rest assured I have played the game and I am very qualified to talk about it. Enjoy the video.
Sorry, not open for business yet. I haven't even picked a name for this joint, and I'm already getting calls.
So Dante was chilling in his unnamed shop one day when suddenly this guy named Arkham shows up.
You are hereby cordially invited to Virgil's birthday party. Please accept it.
So Dante, after getting his organs politely rearranged, decides that he's done playing around, so he's gonna go and play around instead.
This party's getting crazy. Let's rock.
Why is Blood so cool? I mean, he's so awesome! So after beating up all the guys in his house with his quirky cowboy moves, he decides to go outside and sees that there are a bunch of hooligans on his front lawn. So after doing some good old-fashioned yard work, Virgil opens a giant freaking hellgate, and Dante decides, hey, I should probably go stop that. And thusly, Dante endeavors to ascend the pizza tower. Whilst ascending this tower, Dante will encounter a cluster truck of quirky characters, such as three-headed Ice Dog, sentient swords controlling zombie bodies, Starscream on crack, and possibly the most important, a lady named Mary whose father, Arkham, sacrificed her mother for demonic power. That jerk! Anyway, after fighting through this horde of demons and depressed people, Dante eventually makes it to his brother Virgil. So you made it to my birthday, Dante. Did you bring a present?
I was hoping my presence was present enough.
You didn't bring anything? How dare you! You still haven't repaid me for that Paw Patrol playset you stole from me when we were 9.
Virgil, that was 10 years ago. How are you still upset about that?
Doesn't matter, let's just fight.
Yeah, agreed, let's just fight.
So Dante, after getting his grass kicked, unlocks the latent demonic power within himself and gains his Devil Trigger form, which he will use in the next battle against Virgil. Dante then proceeds to do the coolest thing any action protagonist has ever done in a video game ever, but that's neither here nor there. What matters is that soon after this, he goes on to meet Lady again, and I haven't quite talked about Dante and Lady's relationship, which is something that I probably should, because their relationship... You know what, actually, quick detour, let's talk about the flesh level, because no one talks about this level. It is peak horror. The walls, like, freaking pulsate, and there's, like, these gross flesh doors that you have to open, and, like, ugh, it's so gross, but then, and then you get chased by, like, by the snake thing from, like, level 3, and it's so gross, but it's such good horror. It's really good horror, and no one talks about it. No one talks about this level, but it's such good horror, and it's my favorite, one of my favorite levels, because it's so gross, but it's so cool, and it just, I wish more people talked about it. Now Lady and Dante are both climbing the tower, and Lady starts off disliking Dante's, goofiness, but she slowly warms up to him, and her determination to avenge her mother reminds Dante of his mother and instills in him a love of humanity. Jester, the quirky clown man I mentioned before,
You're not going to shoot me, are you? If you do, I'll die.
has been slowly guiding Dante towards Virgil this entire time. And a few levels after the first time, Dante fights Virgil again, but plot twist, Arkham is actually Jester, and he's been playing Virgil the entire time. You see, Virgil originally sought to open the Tem Negru to gain the demonic power of his father, but it turns out that Arkham also wanted to do that, so Arkham used his 4D chess skills to destroy Virgil's brain with facts and logic. So now, Dante, Lady, and Virgil are all on the same page for once, and they're ready to kick the snot out of Arkham. Unfortunately, Arkham had just moments before broken the spell, and now, using this distraction, kicks the snot out of our main characters instead. I mean, just look at this. Look at how awesome it is. But anyway, Arkham gains the power of Sparta.
It's like staring into a backed-up toilet.
Dante and Virgil team up and shoot Arkham into next Tuesday, and Lady finally gets to take her revenge.
Goodbye, Father.
With that wrapped up in a nice bow, now it's time for the real finale. Brother against brother. Power against passion, and sword against sword. After being fatally injured, Virgil asks Dante to keep their father's sword, the Force Edge, safe, as it belongs to a son of Sparta. I am too old for Paw Patrol, Dante. I'm thinking of moving on to something more mature. Maybe Halo.
So Dante takes the Force Edge and leaves the tower to go boot up Virgil's Xbox. And after meeting back up with Lady, he tries to hide the fact that he's sad that his brother just died.
Are you crying?
It's only the rain.
The rain already stopped.
Devils never cry.
I see. Maybe somewhere out there, even a devil may cry when he loses a loved one. Don't you think?
Little on the nose, don't you think, with Devil May Cry being the name of the game and all? I mean, wouldn't it be funny if I named my business that, though? Oh! So after realizing why the game is called what it is, Dante takes out his guns and gets to do what every good game does and lets you play the credits. And that pretty much wraps up the story of Devil May Cry 3. Originally, I was going to do a companion gameplay segment to the story segment, but since iMovie sucks as an editing program, I'll probably just be making a companion video later down the line. And with that, thank you for your time, and have a nice day.